Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Green Team meeting this Monday evening. I'm Amy B here with Cheryl and Turner and Marty Turner, and we are here to talk about why wellness and how it can increase your personal independence, financial independence, and health independence, independence from the healthcare systems if that's what you want. And we've got a little slideshow presentation here for you. And what was the quote, Mom, that you were saying about the apple seeds?
Well, you can count the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in a seed.
That's
And
right.
that is so true in our business.
That is so absolutely true. And that is what we're here to talk about. And my personal independence journey has been kind of expanded recently, and Shaklee is helping to pay the gas bills on my new RV adventures. And this was just my first trip out, but a couple weeks after I got it, and this first one is here looking at the Canadian border on Lake Rainier up in I Falls. The second one is Lake Superior overlooking the lake in Two Harbors. And then the last one there leaning on the tree, that's at Gooseberry Falls. And so, why is this important? Well, it's because it's Shaklee that helps to make this possible. Like without that, I wouldn't have that expendable income that I have, and being able to also share Shackley out on the road and teach people about the opportunity and the health and wellness benefits of Shackley has already been a blessing. And I know it's going to continue to be more of a blessing as I continue on my journeys. So that's why that's important. And of course, Shackley is getting a ton of news. I mean, they've been doing an amazing job, Shackley, the whole headquarters, and also Roger, of getting us out there. We've been in all the publications, Vogue, Glamour, Cosmo, Elle. I mean, we are trending right now. We are the hottest thing in the health and wellness market. And now, you know what they say, when the skillet is hot is the time to strike. So use all of these publications and all of this media to your advantage and share it and let people know what we have to offer, because it's been proven by science, hundreds of millions of dollars, all the studies that they put into it, and 100 years. I mean, nobody else can say that in the entire network, of health and wellness. So it's really a beautiful time to be here. And with that, I'm going to hand this off to Marty.
All right, beautiful. Well, this foundation that we've built this incredible company on is really all about the compensation, the rewards at all the levels, and of course, the incredible growth that we get to benefit from this industry. $1 trillion industry that's growing every single year as the baby boomers are aging, as Gen Xers are looking to do more, to live longer, and even Gen Z are the ones that are not smoking, they're not drinking, they're doing wellness, they're doing sparkling protein. So
Mhm.
the cool thing about our compensation plan is it rewards everyone at all levels, whether you're looking to just go out there and market the products at a large commission, or to build an organization of ambassadors to be able to earn the benefits and residuals on the efforts of others. And of course, the history of integrity and the vision of the future is so important. Dr. Shackley, who started this company and invented the first vitalized minerals product back in 1915, really is put a precedence in place that said we're never going to compromise on the integrity of our products. We'll even go back order or run out of the products before we'll use inferior ingredients. So the integrity is important. What's also important is Roger Burnett's vision of the future and where he's taking that to the next level. And it's not just here in the US, but it's all around the world. And we've been able to increase this vision by bringing in other people in other companies to continue to come along for the ride. And of course, the award-winning products with 100% money back guarantee. If you don't love the products, if it doesn't do what you were hoping, for the skincare products that have a guarantee that you'll look younger, 10 years younger, or your money back. And then, of course, even the promotional levels are all things that are really important as we climb up this particular foundation. And the field momentum, which has been incredible over the last couple of years, as again, these other family members have joined Shackley. And it is all about family. We say the Shackley family. And so, for those that are still just looking at what we're about, please get back with the person who thought enough to invite you to take a look at this presentation so you can understand more about what this family is all about, what Shaklee is all about, and more about these incredible products and our compensation plan. So, with that, I'm going to turn it over to my lovely wife to continue to share a little bit more about what we're doing, or unless you want me to cover this as well.
Go for it, Marty.
Okay, so I was talking to you earlier about the trillion-dollar industry that continues to grow on an average of almost 10% year over year. So you talk about a $7 trillion industry that is just getting started because of all of these people that I said, all the population that's continuing to gravitate towards wellness. So, and think about it, it's growing twice as fast as the global economy. So the nutritional and health lifestyle in prevention, 90% of major diseases can be prevented by just simply focusing on nutrition and a healthy lifestyle. And Time Magazine talked about nutrition and healthy lifestyle prevents up to 90% of major diseases. And so, what I'm excited about is that we get to choose the best of the best, and we choose the most clinically proven wellness company in the world with the most incredible products as well. And I hope that you will as well. Try the products. Like I said, they come with a 100% money back guarantee. For some, it's just simply so that they can get them at a discount. For others, it's so that they can earn enough money to get their product for free. And still others are willing to work long enough and help enough other people to be able to earn a nice sideline income or even become an incredible income. You'll get out of it what you put into it. There's no guarantees on how much you'll make, but the opportunity is there for you to seize it. So go for it, seize the day, and be a part of this wellness revolution. All right, sweetie, you're up.
I love this page when Marty and I got to meet Richard Bliss Brooks. He's written all the books on network marketing, career, and the just a ton of them. I have been reading his books for 30 years, and I love his common sense approach. And he wrote this about Shaklee. In fact, he put a whole document together. This is just a tip of the iceberg. He said the products had grown Shaklee and created their sparkling reputation. And he had no idea we would have sparkling protein when he wrote this. And Shaklee launched those products around nature, and it heals the mind and the body. You can build a sales organization without worrying about the products not backing you up. And that was something Marty and I were looking 21 years ago for a company. Number one on our list was integrity. We wanted a company that we could trust. And these are bulletproof products, and the product integrity is beyond anything I've ever seen. And I've been in this industry 47 years. And Richard said we have an incredible history. He said his first impression of Roger Barnett was, wow, classy looking character, very well spoken, which I can't say for a lot of people in our profession. And I hate to say it, but there's a lot of people running network marketing companies that are in big trouble today. And some of the companies out there, I'm not going to name names, but the FTC is shutting them down. They're going after them. And in Shaklee, we have standards, we have guidelines. We even have a compliance department. So that helps us stay on that straight and narrow. He said Roger was casual, authentic, classy, very intelligent, inspirational, but mostly believable. He said the DNA of Shaklee is that you can recruit and expand with dignity. And that is huge in our business.
That is
And
huge.
yep, Marty and I were surprised when we were asked to be featured in the 4-year career. We were one of maybe 10 different couples they asked from Shaklee. And here's a picture of Marty and I with Richard on Maui. We had earned a trip. Actually, we had earned a trip to Australia. And it was right towards the end of COVID, and Australia wasn't letting anybody in. So Roger booked the Grand Wailea, which is a Waldorf Astoria property. So we went to Maui, and Richard came over because he lives on, is it Lanai? I'm not sure, one of the close islands. So
Yep.
he took his boat over and saw a bunch of us in Maui. The picture below is when I talked about here in the book, I talked about being a single mom, and I lost everything years ago. And um, I started out owning companies, making a lot of money. And when I became single, that all went to someone else. And so I went to sell my house, and I did not realize that the taxes weren't paid the last year I was married to my ex. And the IRS came to that closing and took every dime. So I not only couldn't rent an apartment. I couldn't buy the little house I was going to buy at the time. And the kids and I ended up living in the basement of a commercial building. In fact, my daughter's hosting this call today, and it was in that facility. You can't tell that's a basement. I still have my silk drapes and my wool rugs and my hand carved chess set, my cherry wood furniture. I had some of the good things, but we were literally living in the basement of a commercial building. And if you're in dire straits, you don't have to look like it. And that was something I don't think you would guess. That's where that picture was taken. But at that time, my daughter, Amy, who's on the call with us today, said, Mom, I'd rather live anywhere with you. And she looked around at the cement floors and the cement block walls. And she looked at me and she said, obviously. So my poor kids proved it, that they would rather live anywhere with me than where they could have had a fancy house in another area. But anyway, Marty and I were very honored to be part of that book. And I just want you to know, like I said in the book, don't let your history keep you from your destiny, because you can make better choices. You can tear yourself away from the history, from the negative, and you can build a powerful life. But you have to make some difficult choices to do that. And you have to find a vehicle that will take you to where you want to go. And that was something Marty and I were very choosy when the company we were with, where we met and fell in love and married, went away overnight. We had a couple of different offers that were really high dollar offers where they wanted us to come to those companies and train people, but they didn't have the integrity that Roger Barnett had. And that's why we chose Shaklee. Next. And here's some pictures of some of our business leaders. In fact, here I'm going to go. All of these people we did not know when we started our business. They've all
Wow.
become, like Marty said, they've become family and friends. And we've had so much fun traveling the world with them. Now, the one in the middle at the top row, we knew her. I gave birth to her. That's Amy, the young, beautiful, brilliant lady, my entrepreneurial daughter, who is hosting this call. And Marty and I are so thrilled to have Amy as a partner, just not just in our wellness business, but she also is our partner in our beach properties that she made us buy. We were looking for one condo in near the Gulf of, wherever you want to call it, near the Gulf. And Amy made us go look at this one. And I said, honey, we can't afford that. It had a pool table and spiral staircase and all this. And she said, no, you need to look at it. And we went and looked at it, and it was 2 units, master unit on the upstairs with the vaulted ceilings, and then a beautiful unit on the main floor. And I just said, yeah, you're right. We need this. So she and Marty wrote up a contract and made that happen for us. And all of you are invited to come down to the beach and spend some time with us in the winter or whenever we can arrange it. But these people have become family to us. And this is just part of our business leader pictures. In fact, way over on the third from the right are Sean and Carmen. I'm not going to talk about everybody here, but Sean and Carmen are standing in front of the Mona Lisa. Now, they are the only people I know who got a picture in front of the Mona Lisa where it's just them. Usually there's about 100 people trying to get into that picture. And then there's another picture just below them to the left, and it's Marty and I and Vic and Carla, business leaders in Hawaii. Yes. And we're standing in front of a sculpture at the Atlantis. And it was a trip Shaklee had sent us on. We earned it, but we were pulling into the Bahamas, and I said to Carla, I think I'm going to run into town and buy some t-shirts. And she looked at the shore and she said, I think I'm going to buy that house. So you don't have to be brilliant and big vision. Just find some people like that and get out of their way. Next.
Well said. And the business that you guys have built together in Shaklee is a reflection of that mindset and that way of living and doing business. And you have definitely built your business on solid rock. There's no question about that. I know you had a Matthew Bible verse quoted here in the
Matthew
slide.
7.
I
Yep.
don't have it in front of me if one of you guys want to share it. Otherwise, look it up.
It just talks about
Yeah.
focusing on good things and
Yes,
building your house on rock, not on sinking sand. And in
absolutely.
the in Matthew, it's talking about your spirit, but it also applies to your finances.
Mhm.
And again, that was the one thing Marty and I thought if we were going to put our time and attention into another business, because the one we were at before just went away. They just closed the doors. They didn't want to put up with the things that were going on in the industry and with the people. And so we wanted an industry that was strong and growing. We wanted a company with integrity. We wanted a company that could prove that they would be willing to pay our children, grandchildren. And Shaklee has paid up to 5 generations that I know of. And we're celebrating our 70th year this year in Nashville. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw. And it is the fool that builds their house upon sand. And there
That's
are
right.
plenty of businesses out there like that. And thank God we have Shackley because it is definitely built on granite. And finally, we just want to always share a little Shackley, Dr. Shackley quote here. And I went and found success in this industry is not in finding the right person, but in becoming the right person. We've shared that before, but it is so poignant. And again, talking about that beach drive oasis, I just wanted to put this up. This is the sunset view from the beach here, and this place wouldn't be possible without Shackley as well. So, on
That's
that note,
right.
you guys want to wrap it up for everybody?
Ladies first.
Well, like Amy said, if it wasn't for Shackley, we wouldn't have these beautiful homes on the beach. We sure wouldn't have two of them. And it has made such a difference in our health, for strength. I have been battling cancer for over 20 years in my arm. It's osteosarcoma and sarcoma, which I don't know anyone else who has had it that long. Usually you're gone within 5 years. So it has extended my expiration date far beyond what the doctors expected. And it didn't cure me, but it made me stronger. And I'm still in for a battle, but these products have helped with us in so many areas. They have brain food, and the benefits that you get that you're going to look younger, think better, feel better. I mean, you can't put a price on that. Go for it, Marty.
That's right. Well, Amy, thank you so much for all you do to support us and help us in growing the business and supporting and helping others on the team. We appreciate you so much. We are so thankful that we have this opportunity that we can share with so many. We're also excited about the time freedom and the location freedom that we have and that all people can have. And of course, for Amy, she's enjoying that in a big, big way. Also want to just say that I truly believe the best is yet to come. There's some really exciting things coming down the pike that we're going to be able to look forward to in Nashville for our 70th anniversary, and I hope that you'll all be a part of it. If you can't be there, definitely plan on getting on virtually and getting back with the person who thought enough to share this with you so you can get all the details and get started and having some fun, not only making some money, but getting healthy along the way. We love each and every one of you and hope to see you on the beaches soon.
All right, see you next week before then.
Let's go. Next week, we're going to be talking about the loyalty program.
All right, and why it's so important. And also, I do want to revisit this quote because it is about becoming the right person, but also finding the right people and getting out of their way, as Mom said about Vic and Carla. All right, and all of our team, you guys are amazing. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Beautiful.